Okay, so today we're going to do a run from fresh to all idols, all passives. That'll get us through chapter 7, at which point a new player or any player can choose to go all the way through chapter 9, and they'll be like about as powerful as they can get at that point because they'll have all the good stuff, or they can go into the Monolith of Fate for a while. Probably going to want to go to chapter 9 at some point to get your factions, but at that point it'll be up to you. This is going to be a nice, efficient way of getting all idols passives. It's not the absolute fastest way. We're going to do one on that tomorrow, but this one's going to be best for like the vast majority of players, especially new players. And how we're going to do it today is I'm just going to run all the way to get all the idols passives in chapter 7, show you all which quests to take and kind of just like generally which path to go. I'm going to be running a rogue blade dancer setup with shadow daggers, which is very, very fast. And I will give recommendations of like what to do and when on that. But the overall strategy here for all idols, all passives is going to work for any build you decide to play, any character you decide to play. So there'll be a lot of stuff in here for you no matter what you're going to play. I am going to be reading chat, and I've decided not to like edit the video and cut out a bunch of stuff so you can see basically the entire run. You can see exactly how I do everything that I do. I'll probably like cut out if I take a break or anything like that, but otherwise it's going to be pretty, I guess you call it raw. There will be conversations with chat, but I will definitely be doing a lot of narration through it so that you'll get to see what's going on and how I'm doing everything. Hey, leave me alone. Thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load in a loot filter. I'm going to use the leveling one from Max Roll. As soon as I can find it. That's the shadow. There's a leveling filter for shadow daggers. There we go. Okay. Here we go. So the first area here, you can basically skip everything if you want to. You can kill stuff on the way if you'd like, but you don't have to. We're going to run all the way to the first NPC, and we're going to get rid of all of these pop-ups. Talk to him really fast. Now, of course, if you're fresh and this is your first time you're playing it and you want to know the story, you should absolutely do that. Don't feel like you have to avoid all the dialogue that I am. Of course, it'll make you slower, but it's worth it if you're trying to follow the story. I'm going to kill this guy. Whether you do or not is preference. It does make you a little slower early on, but he drops a guaranteed bow, and we're going to use that later. So I will probably get a bow anyway, but just to make sure, we're going to pick it up this time. What is this going to be? There's some cold damage and slow on hit. Let's take it. And now I'm just going to skip everything else. Thinking of starting either Thorn Totems or Squirrel build. Worried about the helmet. Think you go with CUF. Do you think wolves are good enough? Yeah, wolves are good enough. Until you get the Squirrel helmet, you can absolutely do that.
Doing the bee dance, doing the bee dance, doing the bee dance.
Mike, the dev, makes an appearance in his bee costume. Thanks for all the work you did to make these games more understandable for newbies. Absolutely, man. I'm glad to help. I enjoy doing this stuff. Thank you for the kind words. All right, I should put this on my bar here. Cool. We're going to kill a few things here on the way to get some gold, because we're going to want to talk to the shopkeeper in the next area. And we're going to especially try to get some silver rings, possibly a weapon, and possibly some boots if we get lucky. Max will have loot filters ready for 1.0? Yeah. Okay, we're going to try to hit the stuff that's frozen here, because these guys do a lot of damage. The things he's tanking. Makes it a lot easier. You just let him. There's a silver ring. We got lucky there. That's nice. And a hood with renewal. Excellent. Those two really good drops right there. Very lucky early on. Alright, they're all dead. Now we'll talk to this guy. And we're already wearing our ring and our hood, so we're good to go. Way to display frame rate. There is. You can do it. I think there's an in-game one. You can also do it through Steam. Steam Overlay can do it. Another nice drop. Getting very lucky. You gotta kill more mobs. You skip too much. Yeah, if you kill more mobs here, it's a little bit easier in the next few areas. Oh, here's a shrine. Oh, movement, attack speed, shrine. That is excellent. It's gonna make this way easier. Killing stuff here makes it easier going forward for the next few maps. The first chapter is pretty hard. Especially for newer players, things hit really hard. You don't have any sustain to work with. So going ahead and getting yourself some extra kills here and some extra levels makes sense. Alright, we're gonna go hit this boss up. Try to kill him fast. Watch out for his spinning. Pull a bunch of other stuff. Let's go ahead and take that out. Shurikens here. There he goes. You can just run out of here. Now we're going to be in the first town. What's up, you boy? Thoughts on Werebear and Tempest Strike rework? I didn't see any Werebear rework. Tempest Strike rework is awesome. All right, we can go ahead and just skip this first dialogue if we want to. Again, all this dialogue skipping. Don't feel like you have to do it. You enjoy the story. You should enjoy the story. Play the game the way that's best for you. The way that you'll have the most fun. We're going to put some points in here real quick. I'm going to put them into Swift Assassin to start with. We're going to talk to this vendor and try to find some silver rings. Go ahead and sell these. Keep the bow for now. There's a silver ring. It's only a 5%, but that's still pretty solid. We don't see any boots in here. Nothing special there. There is some throwing damage on that. We could grab that. I think I'm going to not. We would like to find something in here with damage over time applicator, like ignite, bleed, or poison. I don't see anything like that. So we're probably just going to go ahead and... Actually, we're going to buy that. Helps with shurikens a little bit. Then we're going to go ahead and get moving. Need philosophy? I had to turn that off for now. We might bring that back at some point. What's up, Yogi? Alright, move forward. What's up, Hawthorne? How you doing, man? Going for a walk? Alright, Mariano. Oh my god. Alright, Mariano. Have a good walk, man. Okay, so here we're going to make sure we get one more level because that's going to open up the next skill that we want. Which is, apparently, I'm forgetting what it is, Acid Flask. Acid Flask is really good for like 2 levels. But those 2 levels are going to be important. I'm going to kill this stuff. Doing a lot of damage to me. There we go. Now we've unlocked Acid Flask. Put that on our bar. And we're going to spec into it. We won't be in it for long. Spec into that, and we'll take this point here for poison chance. And then we just move forward. We don't need to kill anything else in here. Is a 5 gig update? I don't know what that's all about. Thanks for the amazing guide, Jimmy. Did you get a sneak peek at the 1.0 patch notes? I'm on the CT, so I definitely know like a lot of stuff that's gonna be in the patch notes. But thanks, King. I appreciate it, man. Okay, so this area is pretty challenging. You're gonna want to kill stuff on the way. There's a boss in this one that's quite challenging. If you pull a bunch of stuff with you, you're gonna have a bad time. So we're gonna just go ahead and take care of things. There is a cheese that you can do here, but if you're hardcore, that won't work because it involves you dying. It's also pretty cheesy. There's no guarantee it'll work for 1.0, so we're gonna skip that. Go ahead and acid blast these guys. It'll be a little bit faster that way. Dedication to this game gonna pay off. I appreciate it, man. Play some LA today. You decided against it. Feels like there isn't a reason. Since 1.0 drops soon, you're gonna do cycle anyway. Fair enough. All right, there we go. Cleared those out. Get the practice in. Yeah. We're almost at the first of the mini boss of this area. We're looking good. Here he is, and we're gonna acid flash this guy and keep moving because those meteors, they hurt. They suck. Keep acid flask it moving. And you might have to do some potions because sometimes he's gonna hit you anyway. There's only so much you can do about it. Class is my favorite. Rogue. I will be starting Shadow Dagger's Falconer. I really like Sentinel too, though. Sentinel's probably my number 2, and I also enjoy Mage a lot. I have the least amount of time in Primalist and Acolyte. I do want to play Acolyte a lot more, and Primalist for that matter, at some point. I don't dislike them. haven't connected with me yet as much. I've still probably got hundreds of hours in both, but not nearly as much as the other 3. There he goes. He's down. We got a bleeding heart. That's an amazing drop for us early. Absolutely amazing. We'll go ahead and wear that spear as well. Okay, now we're going to do this side quest as well. This is the first of our passive idol side quests. We're just skip all these guys, go right into it. Just shift right through them, and they can't touch you. Starter luck, right? Drop 2 arboreal circuits, that would be something. What's up, Spaghetti? Okay, we're gonna just kite these guys and drop acid flasks on the way. And pull them all the way in. Hopefully enough die on the way that we didn't make us too hard on ourselves. Feel free to kill stuff slower than I do if you're like worried. I know this game quite well, so I can probably get away with some stuff the average player cannot. Now we're going to focus on all the ads here mostly, taking them out. Puncture is awesome. And as soon as we can, we're going to swap out to that. I would probably do this swap very quickly, but I'm going to swap a little bit slower to show you guys what I'm doing. I'll actually stop and make the swap and point it out to you. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my bar now, though, because it is better. Okay. Now we just got this guy. Alright, there, he's down. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get right back out of Acid Flask and into Puncture, which is going to give us a lot of bleed options here. We're going to go in here, take 2 points, and we're going to take all 4 points into Bloodthirst. And that will pretty much get us to the next skill we're going to use. Talk to that guy, get our passive point. Speed our way through this. Don't need to talk to this guy, just keep going. If I got into the blog post, yeah, almost nothing was different. Just they just mentioned that the Merchant's Guild, now you can trade stuff from rank 1, you can trade everything, and that, or you can sell, excuse me, sell everything from rank 1, and that the cost of selling will be significantly cheaper as far as favor goes than buying. That was pretty much all they covered. So I am going to actually switch to bow. Here, that's why we kept the bow in there. It'll be easier to kill this stuff. I do not have a quiver, that's unfortunate. So we'll go bow here until we reach Umbral Blades. At which point we'll switch back to a dagger setup. If I go into details, any nerfs incoming the 1.0 patch are all buffs to the weaker stuff. It's a pretty sizable balance patch. So, you know, there's a lot in there. Some A, some B. Advent of the Erased nerf. Alright, now we're gonna get a bunch of stuff dropped down on us, but we're ready to go. We got Puncture. Be easy to kill. A huge jump in player count up to 26.8k. Wow. Yeah, that's up from what, like 17 yesterday? So we had 10k. That's crazy. That's awesome. Could probably put my passive points in. It'd be easy to do that. There we go. Really should have been doing that along the way. Got distracted. Put smoke bomb on here. Smoke bomb's not super valuable here, but it does give us haste. While we're in it, a little easier to dodge stuff. Make sure not to get too close to the birds. They do that right there, it hurts. Advent will have 1 second internal cooldown. Is that what came out today? It won't be on release. Wait, what? Confused. Love your content. New to LE. Want to start playing now, but should you wait for 21st? The new cycle add anything special? So all of the content that's being added on the 21st is for the regular, like your characters that you make now, just be legacy, and then the cycle. So if you want to start a character now and you don't want to restart on the 21st, you do not have to.
It isn't safe, but should hope. Well, tell you what. Let's get out of
There's
here
that.
first, and then I'll explain more.
Nice pair of gloves.
Are hardly worth it if you don't know why your life is out.
Just keep going. We're gonna mostly just zoom through this. We'll hit stuff a little bit on the way because we are bleeding them. Once we get our next couple of points in puncture, we'll be able to kill just about everything on the way by doing this strategy. See if this is good. Movement speed? Oh, just stun. Not that great. Justin mentioned on Reddit. Okay. That's an interesting one. I wonder why they did that. That wasn't that powerful. Is it the ward that has the ICD or the... It's a very interesting choice. There's a crit strike one. That's pretty good. Definitely want to hit up these shrines as long as it's not too far out. They can be very powerful. They can be move speed. They can be cooldown, which gives you shift faster. They can be crit. There's a lot of really good ones. Here's another one. Let's see what this one is. This one's cooldown, so we're going to be able to just blast through this area now by shifting constantly, basically. Nice and fast. Might as well just take advantage of it completely and go all the way. The Crisis, the video shout-out links aren't displaying thumbnails. Yeah, I've noticed that. It's weird. Let's crit one. What's this one?
So you have questions,
Stun chance,
but
not as good.
Check and make sure the Epoch's safe.
All the way here, and then we have to wait for our dude to get here because he's slow, because he's older. There we go, he's here. Now he's gonna get picked up. We're gonna go across this bridge as soon as he does. Talk to this person, and then just teleport right back. I just blasted through that coffee. A little on the fast side. Don't actually have to talk to this guy, but we did. Anything in here? Anything special? There's slightly better boots. Put those on. That's a better bow, technically. Health on kills okay. And then we don't have any quiver yet, so let's put that on. And we're off to the races. The load times and server lag will be improved. Yeah, load times are definitely not great right now in the game. Alright, there we go. And we also have another point here, so let's get our second point in bleed chance. Main source of damage at this point, the dot. Yeah, a little bit of dot, a little bit of hit. And it'll be more and more the dot as we go until we get to Umbra Blades, and then it'll be Shadow Daggers, just blasting. Keep shifting our way through this, shifting our way through enemies, hitting them a little bit as we go. Not spending too much time here, not full clearing. There we go. Straight through. What builds everyone playing on release? I'm gonna be playing Shadow Daggers Falconer on release. My first build. I'm thinking about playing Vengeance as my second. But I haven't decided on that yet. Lots of enemies here. Get some XP off them. We're gonna avoid the big guys like Forge Soldiers. They take too long to kill, not worth our time. Take that rare out though. Going Warlock, if you don't like it, you likely just go minions anyways. You're not normally a minion enjoyer? Nice. Alright, here's the first like big boss. We've had a couple of like mini bosses. This is the first big one. And he can do a lot of damage. Here's the general strategy for handling this boss on this build. And really anything that can do it. Just mostly everything. Whenever you see him wind up for attack, just use your movement ability through him, and you generally won't get hit. Right here, just right through him, and they don't get hit. You do have to time it, but it's not too hard. You'll probably get hit a few times anyway. Oh, that time he just, like, didn't care, because he just turned around on me, whatever. Get out of that. Get out of that. Okay, this one he's just gonna do that again, okay. Generally it works. This one he's not gonna actually do any damage. Just gonna like power up. And he does that thing where he goes across. Pretty easy to avoid. Watch streak, nice Jazz. 1.0 is so close, guys. It's crazy. Talk a bit about my vengeance ideas. It's mostly gonna be using healing hands to do the damage, and then vengeance is gonna be massive DR and some buffs. That's the idea. A number of ways I can do it too. We can make it a spell based. You can make it a melee based. Anything good in here? Hope is really good, but I have that bleeding heart, so it's going to be kind of a tough stuff. We are going to pick up that. Fizz res is really nice. That too. So there's some nice stuff in there. We got that, and we got that, and we're good to go. Talk to this guy. And we can go back. Remember that changed MG? Yeah, we did. They're great changes. You end up starting Falcon or Ballista, hoping there's a loose build guide. There will be. There'll be stuff for that. I think we're gonna have 2 Ballista build guides actually. All right, talk to this person and this person, and then we just wait until they go through their animations, so we can take this time to actually set ourselves up a little bit here. We're not dual wielding yet, but might as well take it early to make sure we have it when we need it.
With the Epoch's power, I'll finally be able to.
And after that load, we'll be in the void area. Pick this up real quick, and then just keep blasting. We're gonna go straight right. Level 70 now, and still haven't dropped a temporal sanctum key to the skip. Just unlucky. Yeah, you're just unlucky. It's fine. It doesn't really slow you down much, except for I guess a little bit on your. It will on our factions, but outside of that, it won't be a big deal. We'll hit some stuff on the way, but once again, we're not trying to slow down too much here. We want to go pretty quick. At some point, we're gonna be able to kill most things on the way because of our setup. We're just not there yet. Remember, if I have to talk to that guy, so we'll just talk to him. Get those blues. They're good XP. Generally, blues and yellows, magic and rare enemies, are going to be worth your time because they drop more XP. Don't spend too much time on them though, especially if they're like of the Ox. If they have of the Ox on them, they're gonna have a lot of health. They're probably not worth it. Yeah, the Maxwell guide will be up on the 19th, so 2 more days. We talk to this guy, then we're gonna go ahead and talk to this other guy up here too, and we're gonna do this quest. This quest is a bit of a, you can get a little bit lost here if you go the wrong route. So what we want to do, we want to get to that bottom right one, but we don't want to go there immediately. We want to go up to this top one and talk to this one first, because you can go down, but if you do that, you got to go all the way back around to get to this guy, and it's a lot slower. So we're going to talk to him first. We're going to go across this bridge to get there. Sorry to ask a dumb question. Oh, I'm sure it's not a dumb question. You have to untick the strict option in your loot filter beginning, or can you use the filter as they are? So you can keep it as it is, because the strict filter, the strict part is only going to, it's going to emboss, basically embolden items that are like that. It does not prevent the less strict version from showing, so you're fine. Go ahead and take 1 point up here in Bloodthirst, and now I do a lot more bleed damage. Talk to this person real quick. There is this here if you want to grab it. Anything good? Maybe. CDR is nice for shift. Let's switch to that. Played Umbral Blades with Shadow Daggers already? Will Falconer have an endgame viable build not based on Shadow? Oh yeah. Yeah, Falconer. If you look at our max roll tier list, you're gonna notice there's quite a few Falconer builds. We're gonna not talk to this Rune Prison thing. These are cool for experimental fixes, but they're not really that useful early game. They're better for end game. Thought I hit that bridge. I guess I did not. Now I have. We should have. No, we don't have our taunt yet. Okay. We have that at 10 points in. So we're going to want decoy as soon as we can. Decoy is a huge boost to both survivability and damage. Clear. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Go ahead and talk to this person here. Another chest. Anything good in there? Oh, that's a nice point yard. That's nice. Okay.
What brings you here?
All right. Oops. Got in our way a little bit. New skill spec is unlocked, so we're going to put shift in there. And we're going to go down towards this node, which is a huge buff to our speed. That's what we want to get first. This rare and go. Some points in. Spec into Falconer, small passive bonuses like Hunter's Sustain once you get spec unlocked for a campaign. I don't remember which ones those are. Yeah, so my leveling strategy for 1.0 is going to be effectively play Shadow Dagger's Blade Dancer, just not as a Blade Dancer until I unlock Aerial Assault. Because you can get access to all of the Blade Dancer skills as a Falconer, and you get them quickly. And we actually want the points in Blade Dancer anyway, so it's kind of a natural progression. That's a nice poison on hit option with fizz res. That's excellent. Man in life on Falcon against bosses. Oh, I see. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, falconry is not the important part for the Shadow Dagger setup. Aerial Assault is. Oh, but you're saying you can put it on your bar and then you can get the mana stuff? Yeah, you could do that for sure. You can also just do the mana on hit stuff in the rogue tree and then direct cast Umbral Blades. Just 2 out of the 3 don't even cost mana, so they count. Alright, we're done with that guy. Very easy, just let the NPC tank him by standing back behind it and then move on. Yeah, that's definitely an option for sure. Talk to this guy, get our passive point. Talk to this guy, main quest guy. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got fire res and poison res. I think I want the fire res more than the poison res because poison's not generally super scary early game. Fire res can be. Okay, so we don't need to talk to this guy, but we're going to do his quest. When we do it, we're going to have 2 options here. I'll show you when we get there. We always want the guy on the bottom left. He's going to give us elemental resistance, which is really useful. Healing effectives help you leech more. It does not. It only helps in things that are specifically considered heals. Checking the tier list for corruption on Maxroll. You guys privy to info in regards to 1.0 changes? We're trying to do that as much as we possibly can with theory crafting and pre 1.0 stuff, but we are CTs, so you know we do know stuff. So, but we'll be making adjustments to it for 1.0. In charge of balance and had to nerf Shadow Daggers, how would I do it? I wouldn't. I don't think there's anything wrong with Shadow Daggers right now. I think that the issue is just how fast Rogue is. That's why people think it's so powerful. So how fast Rogue is, and Shadow Daggers is just the easiest way to go fast. Because you don't have to really stop. But Shadow Daggers is somewhere between S tier and A tier in all capacities. A tier stuff I do not consider broken. Do you want that item? I want that one? No. S tier it is for speed, mostly. I actually think Shadow Daggers is in a pretty good spot overall. As far as corruption pushing, there's a lot of builds that are probably going to do better. Take another point here in Bloodthirst. She says easy too easy. She sure does. What build to use for leveling to low life werebear? That's a good question. I mean, I would probably at that point, if I was trying to be efficient, I would just do the Maxroll leveling guide and trust Tarek on it. Unless I already had a plan. Hydroid Hedron feels a little too strong. Hydroid Hedron is very strong. Hydroid Hedron will probably be a better corruption pusher than Shadow Daggers because it's a turret. It's effectively a turret you're putting down. So you don't have to like engage directly with enemies, whereas Shadow Daggers you do. Why I think Shadow Daggers is relatively well balanced. Yeah, it's a little powerful in some stuff. The one area where I would say that Shadow Daggers is really, really strong and why I think people consider it so OP is because it's so good at leveling. You get so much free damage from getting a Shadow Dagger set up when you're leveling, as you guys are going to see. But as far as like endgame, it's really good, but I don't think it breaks the game. And I think there are a lot of builds that are going to break the game. Like do things that are beyond the intent of the devs. Both in arena and corruption pushing. I think there are some that like are going to be doing crazy amounts. That's the stuff I'm looking to nerf if I'm a dev. Stuff that's going beyond my intent. Comes a good leveler. Trying to find, are you trying to follow the Maxroll guide for leveling? Necro leveling. The shade kills the golem. Is the guide missing the no decay node? I don't know. I didn't make that build and I've never played it. I wish I could help further, but I believe that's on Lizard IRL build. If so, I would definitely check with him on it. He can tell you. Did you say it's necro leveling? Oh, it's leveling. Actually, it's Tarek. You want to talk to Tarek on that one. You could hit him up on the Maxroll Discord too, if he's not streaming. All right, nothing's too special in here. It looks like that's a nice armor fizz res though. Nah, I'd rather the 3% fizz res we got here. I think we are good to go. What's up, Cotton? Tesla balls are better than both of them. Yeah, that one's really strong. There's a number of them in the S tier for like corruption pushing in arena that are definitely going to be beyond. Oops, don't talk to this guy. I almost made the mistake there. So I actually want to talk to this one. And this one's going to drop a pair of gloves that are pretty nice for us. Let's see how it compares to what we got. We got the elemental resist, which is what we wanted. We're just going to go ahead and wear that. We also got some points here, so now we can go fast. Don't need to talk to that guy. Longer CD on shift. They could definitely do with... Here's what I would probably do first. First thing I would look into is the node I just took points in. If I feel like Shadow Daggers is imbalanced in some way, which I don't really. But if I did, I would be looking at this node and probably having it from 50 to 25% movement speed buff. Don't really want that critical strike one. It's not that valuable. We're mostly a dot setup. I do want this one. That's great. Which builds are going to break the game? I'm not going to say yet. But on the 19th, we can start to talk about the builds that I have predictions that I think are going to break the game. Let's wait till we get the patch notes and stuff. And then I'll be happy to start having that discussion. Right, kill Idol of Loathing here. I have pulled a lot of stuff. Oh, we should now have... We don't? I not have 10 points in that? I have 6 unspent points. I keep doing that. Don't do that, guys. When you're leveling, don't wait until you have 6 unspent points and nerf your character. That is not the way to do it. I could be taking these guys out with decoy, but I'm not smart enough to make sure I have decoy, so I just have to do it the hard way. There we go. Those are done. Mercurial boots. These are awesome. These are move speed. We're actually going to switch to that. Let's see. Actually, how much is this going to change it? 3.1. Oops, wrong ones. 3.2. Yeah, we're going to go with the move speed there. Now I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get my points. So what I really, really want is this one. Haste on hit. It's going to make me way faster. And then the next one I'm going to want is this one where I get sapping strikes, so I get that health. Now I've got decoy. I can put decoy on my bar, put it here, and now we're going to be able to throw that as we go, and it's going to kill stuff on the way and also keep it off of us. Oh, you saw my name at the top online, assumed I made it? Yeah, no worries, no worries. Not give the devs any bad ideas. What's up, Johnson? Throw a decoy there, it's going to explode, it's going to kill most of that stuff. Nice texture right here. Just keep going. There we go. Hit this up. Go back. 100% crit? You could do that too. You could like make it so you have to put some points into actually getting crits. So go right here instead of left. It's faster. Either way it'll get you there. But we'll go right to get there quicker. Movement attack speed. We love it. Keep going. All the way into the armory. Game where if you have to go back to town all the time to sell junk. Game, you don't have to. Okay. Items in the ground is S tier? Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so here's another mini boss. We gotta kill some waves of enemies. Do it nice and quick. Blue filter is so good? Absolutely. Decoy every once in a while. Make it even faster. Boom. Ow, that hurt. So you might be wondering why I'm not like looking at it and picking up all the things on the ground. So someone already mentioned here, as far as picking up things on the ground, if you come from Diablo 4 especially, you're probably used to picking up stuff and selling it. You don't want to do that in Last Epoch. If you do that in Last Epoch, you're going to make very little gold and spend a long time with items that aren't very good. Now, you're probably going to want to look at stuff a lot more than I do. I have learned to read all the things on the ground based upon their affixes. Or affixes, depending on who you ask on that one. So I already know what I'm looking at, but most players aren't going to. Which is fine. Just go ahead and look at stuff and see if it's good for you. Okay, we can just go all the way through here. Let me look at this one. No, that's not good. Catapults. That would be good later. Doesn't really help us now. You don't pick up items and sell. How do you make gold in the game? So you're going to get it basically passively by dropping on the ground for the most part. You can sell like arena keys and stuff and they're okay money, but I don't actually pick up anything but gold that's on the ground, and I don't have an issue with money. Made a Bina-like filter that shows you rather minimal amount of items. Made it hide a lot of bases you don't care about. I was talking to him and he said something about not actually even using bases as hiding it at this point. Filtering gear in town is not 50% of the game time in LE. Believe it or not, it's not. As a D4 player as well, I know how surprising that it is to D4 players. But yeah, you don't have to. We're gonna hit this up and then we're gonna talk to this guy. And we're gonna throw that there just to get some extra XP. And next. And now we have another boss fight. I'm gonna take this point. And also this point.
Stay back. Run.
Felt weird not picking up too many items and monos. Could run a few back to back without having to sell stats. Is nice, isn't it? Alright, so this guy. Do note that at least in the pre 1.0, there are some issues on some of these bosses with projectiles just like getting eaten by the ground. Hopefully that's fixed by 1.0. If not, you might just have to be careful with your positioning to make sure that you're actually getting the attack. Oops, that's the wrong way. There we go. Noob mistake there. He always goes clockwise. Alright. For the most part, everything he does here, you can just like walk out of like this. Very well telegraphed. This here, I just can stand here. Do damage. Shift out of that, no problem. And when he does this, just stand on the other side, let it go through, and then just walk a little bit, and you won't get hit. Oh, apparently I can't get any projectiles on him, though. That's good. What's up, Bishop? It didn't reset back to 2. Hell yeah, brother. This game better than D4? It depends on what you want. I like it better. I play both, but I like this one better. Same thing here, just sidestep over. Do some damage to him. Step over a little bit. You're good to go. No problem. This fight would take a lot less time if the projectiles were working properly, but what are you going to do? Alright. Nothing there that I care about. Time to move on. D4 bad. You hate this boss? Yeah, non-projectile build is totally fine, but when you do have projectiles, it's a pain in the butt. Okay, so now we're gonna talk to this person here. And then we gotta walk up the stairs over here. And now we're gonna select our mastery. At 1.0, make sure you know which build you're going into. Like, for example, if you're gonna be doing a Shadow Dagger setup, or you're going Blade Dancer, or you're going Falconer, make sure to make the right selection. This is not reversible, and so if you make the wrong one, you will have to redo. So we're going to go ahead and take our Blade Dancer. Good to go. Talk to him again. And go through this portal. I'm still alive? Yeah. Increased Fizz not worth it for Shadow Dagger. I focus heavily on flat. Getting some is okay. But typically you're going to get plenty of increased damage from other sources. Like your passive tree, you get like 100% just from 5 points. Talk to this guy, talk to this guy. Good to go. We can talk to these ones as well. Doesn't really matter, you don't need to, but if you like to get them out of the way. You don't need to talk to this guy either, you'll still get it. And make sure to put one more point here. And let's see how close we are to Umbral Blades. So Umbral Blades is what we're wanting. We need 16 points. We currently have 15. Oh, I have 2 points to put in, so we can actually go ahead and make the switch. We're going to put 2 points there. Now Umbral Blades is available to... No, it's not, actually. Oh, level 16. Yeah, I can count. So I need 4 more levels. 4 more levels, and we get Umbral Blades, so we keep playing with Puncture until then. Best multiplier is Crit Multi. Then Flat Base. For Shadow Daggers, generally, yeah. Shadow Daggers doesn't really benefit a lot from multipliers. The way that others do, but Fizz Pen with Shadow Daggers is a very important stat as well. You're going to want a lot of that because that's effectively a multiplier. Warlock or Marksman? Good choices. For body helmet idols, yeah, exactly. His Spanish Shadow Daggers, body helmet idols are big damage boosts. You don't have to have a lot of it, but you'll notice it. You'll very much notice if you have a lot of it. Drop me decoy there, let some stuff blow up. Didn't get much XP out of that one, but at least you're not following me. These enemies aren't really that great for XP, I've noticed. We just skip most of them. Density's not great here either. Max level for Gamble to get bases. Haven't played in a while. Well, it's going to be technically a little bit higher because the new factions have their own Gambler built in that are going to be higher bases. The current Gambler, though, is... I don't know. It's not 70. I think it's like 40. Start putting certain more rare idols in your filter, even for other builds. That makes sense if you're going to go MG especially. Not much density in this one either, so we mostly just run through it. This guy can kill. He should be easy enough. Here he goes. Now we're moving pretty quick. We're going to move even faster as soon as we get Umbral Blades. Lots of spiders in this area. They're easy to kill if you want to. XP on kill. We'll do a little extra here then. That should do it. Ow. These guys get guaranteed crits on distant enemies. That's why they're stunning me so much. Current Gambler is 27 to 40. Thank you, Willie. YouTube gets flooded with loot filter videos with gold per hour. Yeah, that's gonna happen for sure.
Easy. Too easy.
Is this any good? Nah, it's alright. Alright. Rip Advent of the Erased. So that was a hotfix that went through. Take 3 or 4 there. Okay, so now we've got to go 2 different directions from here. Let's go ahead and check the store first. Anything that jumps out is good. Only 4% on that. I don't really want it that badly. Nothing really jumping out. Nope, wait. Oh, attack speed on that? Yeah, I'll take that one. Not a big difference, but it's a difference. When it comes to base types, do we just go with what we think is best? I.e. Umbral Visage for crit multi. And Crusader Gauntlets for necro res. In regards to what? Like a leveling guide or like an endgame guide? Endgamer Shadow Daggers. So the best bases are already shown on the paper dolls, the planners. Those are generally what you want. Those are ideal. So, you know, if you don't have those, something's like drops with great affixes and not an ideal base. That doesn't mean it's bad. Oh god, these hurt. We're just gonna go ahead and do that. Oh no. Now, when you're playing, do some crafting. So I'm not doing much crafting now for one specific reason, because I don't want the unfair advantage. There's no way for me to do this currently without having access to a already built up stash tab or stash of crafting materials. And so I'm trying to do this as clean as I can, get as few advantages I can get that aren't just like I got lucky, like the Bleeding Heart. But when you're playing, you should do some crafting, especially in this area with Void resistance. Fizz resistance you always want. So if you have shards for those, grab them. Or craft on them. Craft some stuff up with those. Get yourself some resistances. Health's always really good. What do we got here? That's a pretty solid one. And you'll have a much easier time than this if you do that. I'm getting stunned a lot because I just don't have much resistance against these guys. Leather Mask is base because it's poison res. There's a nice level. Need 2 more levels to use Umbra Blades. Oops. Grab, thank you. Right, now we have all the speed. Item as your desired stats, a different base, you still use it. Yeah, in some cases, bases are more valuable than others, but typically, you can get away with a not perfect base. Especially if you can make up for stats somewhere else. Like, for example, that mask with the poison res, that is the most efficient place to put it, but you can get it elsewhere. And you're not going to be perfectly efficient for, you know, ever, really. In this game, like, you're just never going to be perfectly efficient, so it's okay if you have poison res elsewhere. We're gonna hit this up because we're gonna come back to it, this portal. Otherwise we could just skip it, but we need to be here later. Play for leveling rogue to equip a bow and just right click to 16, more or less. Yes, and use decoy often. Trying to shift out of that. There you go. Ow. This is a very scary area, if you haven't noticed. There's a lot of enemies that are dangerous. Especially if you have low void res, like I do. We didn't actually need to do that quest, it just so happened that it got done on the way. Don't make a point to try and do it. It's not worth much. Oh my god. They are trying hard to kill me. Why am I going that direction all of a sudden? Okay. Oh, these might be nice. 9% and 8% versus 5% and some health regen. I can't wear them yet though. We got there. Health on melee hit, not bad. We're currently level 15, and 1 level we will switch out our skill. I am going a little bit slower through here on purpose. I would probably just blast through this if I wasn't making this video for you all by using decoy. In fact, I'll show you. Oh god, that's maybe how you're gonna die. Thankfully not a hardcore character, so if I do make a blunder and die, it's not a big deal. Big comic nerd, and some guy just tried to make Dr. Manhattan seem weak because of the Spectre defeated him. Like, the Spectre isn't one of the strongest beings in DC Universe. That's way outside my superhero pay grade. I know. I like the movies a lot. I used to read a little bit of comics as a kid, like X-Men, some stuff, but I am not that up on superheroes. Alright. Tempted to switch for the Void, but I don't think I'm gonna. This Bleeding Heart just too good. A whole different class of being. Running monoliths all day and some base types have made you wonder, is there very different? Is a breath of fresh air to see? Yeah, like the even when, you know, we have specific ones in that planner, that is ideal under ideal conditions with all of the other stats aligned the way we have them. Which, again, it's really hard to make that happen. If not impossible, to get all four, you know, your prefixes, your suffixes, and your base type all aligned and all tier 5+. So you're gonna, you know, make compromises in different places. Take out these repositories real quick. There we go. Spectre needs pants. Nice, Glyph of Despair. We don't need that for this part of the game, but late game, that's a nice crafting material. Pretty sweet that it dropped here. Everything else we're fine on. Check out this repository. No problem. That's an important point. So we're going to go down that right side further on shift to get a shadow created, and then we're going to get Shadow Cascade, and we're going to use that to actually drop Umbral Blades that are going to spin in place and apply Shadow Daggers. And that's how we're going to kill most of the enemies once we get that set up. And we're going to go so fast. Wait, we barely have to stop. That's what we're working towards in shift right now. Oh, that's going to hurt. Yep. Apparently I can't shift here for some reason. Okay. Take these out. That's a lot of enemies. There we go. This quest is done. Definitely feeling the 0% void and 19% fizz res that I have right now. But I am surviving. What's up, Llama? How you been, man? Hey, what's up, Kilner? Now we just go ahead and teleport back. There's Umbral Blade, so we're going to go ahead and set that up now. Question, your all-time best build ever in endgame was Frozen Orb Diablo 2. Why is this not porting me? Let's go. Not found a build any game since that plays like that. It was the best thing ever. I think, yeah, Volcanic Orb would be that, right? Volcanic Orb to convert to coal is exactly what you're looking for. Okay, so now we're going to pop right out of Puncture. We're going to despec it completely. We're going to spec into Umbral Blades. And what we're going to do first is we're going to go down here and we're going to take this and click Shadow Dagger. And then we're going to go take Cacophony of Steel. And then we're going to drop down and take Umbral Remnant, which will allow us to drop these spinning things while we're shifting. But we need this first. So we're going to take that and then we're going to replace Puncture with Umbral Blades. This is important. Do not forget to replace Puncture with Umbral Blades. Otherwise, you'll spend about 20 minutes trying to figure out why you're doing no damage. I definitely haven't done that before. I definitely didn't do that last night or yesterday on stream. That definitely did not happen. You've been hearing there's a bug with volatile zombies? Yeah, there is. I don't remember all the details, but it's why people are doing thousands of waves on Arena. Not too bad. Life is busy. Getting fairly close to the divorce coming through. Oh, I didn't actually know you're getting divorced. Your cakes are awesome? Well, that's good. I forget, do I go one more down here? Oops. No, I don't. Go to the next one. I should probably do that. Ooh. These guys hurt a lot. There we go. Oh, I haven't any of my daggers on. Susie, I've already made a mistake here, and that's why I'm not doing much damage. So I switched out Umbral Blades, but I forgot to switch my weapons. So we're going to do that as soon as I kill these guys. Okay, so my issue here was I'm still wearing my bow, but I need daggers to get the Shadow Dagger procs. Oh god. Can you guys just give me a second? I'm trying to show people how to do this. Where is he? Okay. What the? What the? Alright, that's bugged. I'll do this quickly then. Let's just put that one on. And oops. And not do it quickly, actually. Alright, now I'm actually going to get my Shadow Dagger procs. You wanted to say it's really great seeing these numbers in chat and the attention it's getting. Hey, what's up, Skinbag? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. There we go. Now we're seeing the big numbers, the 1,200 crits. That's from Shadow Daggers. That's the power of Shadow Daggers. Throw this out there so they all run away from me, and then they die. Just like that. Big weekend? Yeah, I would say so. I'd say this is a pretty big weekend and upcoming week. It's got deflection on it. I might check that one out. Throw down that decoy so we can just smash them. Oh, what's that one? Shadow string. What's hitting me here? There we go. Oh, that's that. At 15 Fizz Res, I am so tempted to get a Bleeding Heart, but I think I'm going to hold on to it. I'll hold on to that just in case I decide to. What's this? Oh, attack speed. We want that. Ooh, Jesus Christ, man. There we go. Attack speed. Really use some Void Res, but I'm only going to use it if I get it to drop. Again, you shouldn't do that. You should craft it. You don't have any. Hopefully you have some shards. Craft some Void Res on your gear. You'll have a much better time than this. Why are you... There we go. Alright. Talk to this guy real quick. Teleport back. Make Shadow Daggers do even more damage. A big two-handed weapon like a spear? If only, but that's actually wrong. You need a dagger, sorry. The Blessing of the Blue Circles at tier range? Yeah, it's the range within... Well, the range within its roll range. Game has sold 1 million copies. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, guess how many concurrent players are we hitting on launch? 200, you're guessing 200, 250? Yeah, I was like... I was kind of guessing like 300 lately, because it's hyping pretty hard right now. Let's take this point here. Let's take these points. Puncture does Shadow Daggers as well? Yeah, but not as well. Mike sold 5 million until the end of the month. Be interested to see how many they sell, like, yeah, at 1.0, so like the end of the month. I agree, that'd be very interesting to find out. Big damage here. Apparently we're not hitting him there. Getting really close so that stuff doesn't get eaten. Ow. Okay, I guess I'll die to that little guy there, because he didn't despawn. There's my first death. That was just silly. Don't do that, guys. Don't let that little guy live. I didn't even tell you guys how to kill that guy, just kind of went through it. Basically, just avoid the big lightning thing, and then avoid the lightning circles, and then kill that guy when he comes out. The easiest way to handle the little guy, and what I didn't do there, and why I died, is throw out a decoy as soon as he comes out, and he'll run to it, and then you can just kill him. He does a lot of damage, that little guy. Great profit margin on the game considering the size of the studio. They're over 100 devs now, so I am curious like how much like what their overhead is. They don't have where they really benefit from like other dev studios is they don't have any physical location. They do everything remotely. People that work for EHG are all over the world. Alright, we do have a point in here, so let's go ahead and grab this. And now we're going to get spinny blades. This is really cool. And very powerful. There are spinny blades behind us. They'll stay spinning. Eventually, those things are going to be able to track enemies, but not for a while. We are 3 points away from being able to drop those behind us when we shift. And then we just go super fast. Minion builds do work in LE. Minion builds are the, like, polar opposite of D4. They're very powerful. Offices are expensive to rent and run? Yeah. All that stuff, they don't have any of that overhead. Can't wait for release? Me either. Ow. One of the reasons you considered applying? Yeah, if I were going to work for a dev team, I would love to work for EHG. Being able to work remotely. I mean, that's one of the huge perks of being a content creator is I can work from home. I set my own schedule. I do have things I need to get done, but it's on me to do those things. I prefer that life. I've been in the races dead. So people have been saying, well, they get a 1 second internal cooldown. I'm really not sure why they did that. It's not exactly been something that has been OP, so I'm not sure what's going on there. You hate working from home? Like hanging out with people? It's broken as shit? I've been testing a lot. I would not call it broken as shit. It was pretty good. But there's a lot of stuff that's way more broken than Advent was. Don't know about the build, like the perma tornado. Oh yeah, maybe for some builds that can do insane stacking of haste, maybe it's super broken for them. But like 1 second cooldown pretty much kills it, right? They went from like super broken on a few niche builds and really good for a bunch of others to useless on almost all builds. It actually really affects one of my builds. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. Pretty sizable change for me. Weird that they put it out now too. Should I get out of this? Oh, it's got the melee fizz on it. That, all right. Great thing about Shadow Daggers is you don't even need a lot of gear to run it early game. I yesterday didn't get any upgrades after the first 2 items I got. I don't actually need to click on that, but that's okay. I can just go there. So let me retrace what I just did here. So we just went through and did a side quest. We just ran all the way to the side quest from here, from where we're at now. We just went north into here and into here. Went and did it really quickly just by opening the thing that we needed to open, and then we teleported right back to the Shattered Valley. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go click on this thing here, this Ancient Hunt one. We're going to kill this dragon, and that's going to be another side quest we need. Twisted Heart gets a similar change. That would be interesting. What points do I have to put in here? 1, 2. Oops. Don't die. I'm being dumb. They announced this change. It wasn't a hotfix they just did. All ward generating uniques now have 1 second cooldown on their effects. Oh, if that happened. Yeah, that would kill them all. 1 second in this game is an eternity for a proc. We kill this dragon. Keep throwing this at it over and over again. This is more efficient than letting the spinners just go off on their own. Make sure not to get hit by the big circle, and also make sure not to get hit by the dragon flame. He makes it very obvious when he's going to do the breath. And then these things are easy to dodge as well. In fact, sometimes he doesn't even really hit you. There he goes. He's done. Easy mode. And now we can teleport back again. So we're here in the ancient forest, ancient area. We need to go to the ruined era, back to the Shattered Valley. So we just click that and we go. Elaine Shockley, you're going to be playing the release version of this in 5 days, right? Crazy. And all of them effectively, which means it probably happens, maybe. So now we're going to take Dancing Shadows here, which is going to give us Shadow Cascade rocking behind us, like that. And that's going to be important for dropping our Umbral Blades behind us. It also does give us some good clear beforehand. You can find when it was that you bought this game, it was pre-Steam. Yeah, me too. Doesn't feel real yet. It's been 6 years. It's crazy, isn't it? 4 days out. We're just going to keep blasting all the way through this stuff. We can drop some find us if we want to, like this. Every once in a while, get some extra XP, but not necessary. One thing to mention, I haven't mentioned it yet, is when you create the spinning part, the Cacophony of Steel, you do have to kind of aim. It will go quite a ways away. Right now it's actually going farther than it should be for whatever reason, but they'll go quite a bit away. There is a node you can take that allows you to aim it more carefully. It is going to take you longer to get to where you drop them below you if you take it early. You can do it if you want to. I don't generally recommend it, but if you find that aiming like this is really bad, and it is eating a lot of my daggers right now, which sucks, but outside of that, if you don't like doing this and having it go that distance, you can take the node that leads in the top that says it goes where you target it. Coaches are really cool. Thanks, Brian. They're actually mouse pads and t-shirts. Oop, I gotta feed my cat. Alright, I'll kill this guy here. This is another like mini boss. I'll feed my cat. Give me 2 minutes. And we'll pick this back up. Ouch. Man, having no void rest sucks. I'm gonna take this note here. Last Temple Guardian. These guys will fight the Temple Guardian sometimes. There are enemies, but oftentimes they'll just go for you. So be aware if you do what I did there and skip a bunch of them, they're going to come after you. And they hurt more than Temple Guardian, who really doesn't have much damage. You can stand in his attacks and it doesn't matter. That's done. Moving on. Precision Cuts feels really good. Yes, the one, right? Gonna get some shitty coffee. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna feed my cats. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. And we're back. Disappointed there will be a favor cost to sell items in the bazaar. Why? Yeah, it's much cheaper. Okay, here we go. Let's get going. We do have 3 unspent points. Let's go ahead and spend them. This is really good, by the way, for damage reduction. This is amazing for moving. Haste on hit chance is great. Now we're going to go into Blade Dancer, and we're going to get Pursuit. 5 points of this is 8% move speed, which is awesome. You're punishing your Twitch chat. So we're going to go straight up here. This is kind of a confusing map. Feel free to just trace my steps here. Go through here. Around here. And then down into this little corner here. Oops, actually that's the wrong corner. They look very similar. Actually, a corner up here. There we go. It's a little elbow effects. Favorite cost, the more mediocre middle of the road items won't be listed as often. I think you're maybe overestimating how expensive it's going to be. It's not going to be bad. And you got to take out this Abyssal Fiend as well as the nests that were there. As you may have noticed, they're already dead. Just this guy. We'll blast him.
Easy. Too easy.
Easy, too easy. And he's dead, and now this opens up, goes straight into it. Why have a cost? There's a lot of reasons why there's a favor cost on that stuff. I didn't say it was insignificant. I think you're just like overestimating how much it's going to be. You showed Volko the nerf. Oh no. The PvE's open beta. It got so complicated. Very happy you found this game 4 years ago. The improvements over time have been awesome. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, 9? Okay, so we're gonna go left here. So what we need to do now is we need to go to 2 different spots on the map, and basically we're gonna click on a thing that makes us travel to a different timeline, and then there's a thing in there to click, and that's gonna open up a bridge. That's all we're trying to do here. So we're gonna go straight over, left, and then we're going to have to port out, port back in, and go right. That's the fastest way to do this. We're gonna go all the way over here. That was actually a really big node. Let's just go ahead and take it. So now we can drop these behind us like that. Not sure why chat just showed up. And this is gonna kill a ton of stuff. We just went and supercharged the build. Now all we have to do now is shift, and a bunch of stuff's gonna die. You can see my XP bar going up as I'm just shifting through things. That's because all that stuff is dying behind us. We click that, Ancient Temple, and then we click this. That one's done. You can go through this portal, but it's actually faster to portal out into the Temple of Atera, and then portal back in, which will put you in the front area, put you back at the beginning area, and then go right. That's the fastest way to do this. We're gonna do that. 1.2 for skill cosmetics. Okay. More voice lines. You can only hear easy, too easy so many hundreds of times. You don't like hearing easy, too easy all the time? All right, now we're gonna go right. And again, now all we need to do is shift. We don't need to do anything else here. Isn't it good? That's just gold. We like gold. Click on that. Just gotta shift. For the most part. Unless we come against tanky enemies we gotta kill. We just watch our XP bar go up. As the rogue would say, and as chat loves, easy, too easy. What's up, D-Mac? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Click that one. In here, click this. Do it one more time. Temple of Atera. Back into... What's the name of this area? Back into this area. As soon as it loads. Back into Lotus Halls. What more? Like the BG3 out of the lines? I mean, that would be pretty sweet. Heard a cascade of pain, ha, and PvE for years. You just spam shift to pop the shadow and make a blade spawn. When you tried this, it didn't spawn a blade, but once every 5 to 8 seconds or so. And once you have this set up properly, you need to make sure you take dancing shadows.
Doing the bee dance. Doing
Nice,
the bee
dance.
dance.
Make sure you have this, or else it won't work. Because what you need for Umbral Blades to go off is it only goes off when the shadow expires. You need to force the shadow to expire. And by forcing the shadow to use Shadow Cascade, it will expire and then it will drop Umbral Blades. That's a very important node to make this all work out. Now we're going to just go straight through here. Click these 2 things. That's going to open the bridge, and we go in. Torn between Beastmaster and Void Knight for 1.0 start. They're both good. The Echo Warpath Void Knight is a very good starter, very easy to play. All right, now from here, we're going to go straight, and we're going to basically just rush to the next area, which is another boss fight. He says as he kind of goes a little bit off course there.
Easy.
We go up, and then we go back down to the right. And we keep going right and then back up again. Again, feel free to trace my steps with a map up there. All the way over here, we're going to get a portal. Take that node. And now there's another boss fight. This boss can do a lot of damage, especially to someone who doesn't have any void res like I do, so this is going to be a little hairy. This one we're going to have to throw some more blades out. Watch out for all the telegraphed attacks. The most dangerous thing potentially, there's two. He drops these eyes right there, and they do this consistent attack. You can either kill them, or they were going to target wherever you were when they spawned, and they'll continue to do that, and they won't change unless they get stunned. Oops. And then at this point, he's also going to do this attack here, which does a ton of damage. That pulsing void thing, make sure not to be in that. If you do that, if you avoid both of those things, it's an easy kill. The other thing that he does that is a little bit scary is like the kind of like the big boat attack, but it's a lot easier to dodge. It's very, very obvious. Upset you can't derail your stream anymore and philosophize? Yeah, I know. I was torn on taking those away, but they do derail a lot, and in some ways that's fun, in some ways the derail is not so great. Try not to redeem your points. Oh no, it's totally cool. You can do the B dance, it's fine. I said the best way to play LE is to avoid most of the mobs. Yeah, I do think it's going to change over time. We talked to this guy, and now we're going to end up in the necrotic undead area. I don't think we have any necrotic resistance either, so this will be fun. I have not gotten particularly lucky with res drops, or just haven't paid enough attention to get them. Yeah, we have no necrotic res. We might go ahead and just take a look and see if we can get some.
All right, McFluffin, it's time to get the whole ass.
All right, Mike. I'm gonna work on it. Maybe like a 20k reward. Yeah, but it still is pretty derailing. And also, we've heard Bruce for like 3 straight years. I don't know. I mean, people do like it. I don't know. I'm not against bringing it back at some point. But for 1.0 in particular, it's just too much to pull away. Click on these, get these quests going.
What do you want?
And now we move on. Actually, let's go ahead and talk to the vendor first and see if we can find some necrotic resistance. I don't think I have any in my... Drop these. Again, selling to vendor, not super valuable, so you could sell to him, or you could just drop them. Look for necrotic. No necrotic resin there. Sag. I don't see any here. None there. None. Okay, that's fine. And it's easy to ticking around? Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. I've only turned them off. I haven't deleted them, so it's easy to bring them back. How far along in campaign till COF? It is found in chapter 9 at Majelka, so the assumption is that's where you will first get it. Kronk's meant to raid me, but hit a button by accident? Oh no. That's okay. How's it going, Atoka? 5k for a random LE factor insight. That's interesting. I feel like I would run out after a while. And we're still going to keep just shifting our way through everything. Just shift, shift, shift. You're 10 out of 10 excited for LE? Me too. Shift, 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 shift. We're going to go really fast through this stuff at this point. There's very little we have to stop for. And we will still get XP on the way. Nice, moving attack speed. That's going to make us even faster. Hey, D-Mac, thanks for the sub, man. Much appreciated. Even faster. Ouch. So now we're in Imperial Wellerin. And here, we're going to want to do a side quest. This is not the funnest side quest, but it's good to get it out of the way. We could do this one, or we could do another one. We're going to do this one. There's 2 side quests that are kind of a pain in the butt. We're going to do this one earlier, so you get points faster. Open this door. Hey, Mavericks. Thanks for the sub, man. We're gonna skip the story. Does anyone else read the text? I think new players that like the story should definitely, you know, read it. All right, so now we're gonna work towards homing Bladestorm. So we're gonna take that point there. And as far as this goes, we're going to do. What do I even care about here? Probably a smoke bomb, actually. Doesn't matter too much. Not super important. We'll do smoke bomb. We'll work our way down into the extra melee damage and throwing attack damage. It's a pretty big buff. Help us with single target. Throw out that decoy. Now we can do some threat cast on these guys to kill them faster. Done. So we're gonna click that door. Door is clicked. Now we're gonna go to Ruined Era. We're gonna go to Ruins of Wellrun. We opened this earlier. You might remember we went a little bit farther to make sure we could open up this this portal. This is why it saves us some time. As you play together, and we're really curious where they're going to take the story. Yeah, there's still three chapters that won't be out at 1.0, so none of us really even know where we're going to go. It's kind of cool. All right, now we're just going to go straight north here to that door that's showing up on the map. And we're going to go right into it. And now we're going to go up the stairs. Just go where the quest guides us. Pretty quick. You need to open this. Actually, no, that's right. This one we don't need to open. We got to open the other one. We just walk up the stairs. Some ice beetles. Hell yeah. Don't think anything down there is any good.
Easy.
You're probably going to want to pick up crafting materials and stuff a lot more than I have been. So I'm also just trying to show you all how to do it. But if you're your fresh cycle or your new character, you're going to want the crafting mats. You might want to go back a little bit more than I have. Let's see, what's this got? I do like the 35, but I don't like the lack of fizz reds. I think we're just gonna keep going. Okay, so we did click on this, right? Yeah, we did. Now we're gonna go back to Imperial. We're gonna go to Imperial Wellrun. Orion's the first real boss, not just some Irish guy the birds really like. Up here. Do I have enough points to get my move speed yet? Yeah. Here we go. 8% move speed, even faster. You probably noticed we're going quite fast at this point. The character's moving fast. Part of that's because we have a 25% chance to get haste on hit, for I think 2 seconds. That's a 30% move speed buff. We're getting that because we're dropping those spinny blades behind us and hitting stuff. So it all just works together. All right. Oops. Go. And then we're going to do the same thing on this map. We're going to go up through the stairs into generally the same area, just in a different time line. And we're going to take out these enemies. Really take us out. Easy, too easy, one might say. Click that. Done. Now we're gonna head back to the outcast camp, turn it in. Unfortunately, we cannot use our movement ability here, so we gotta walk. There it is, turned it in. There's our passive point. Now we're gonna go ahead and take some more damage. The passive tree, and we're gonna go ahead back to Imperial Wellrun and go through it this time.
Easy. Too easy.
Right past the door we went into recently. There we go. Into this old Warden's Road. And now we're just going to do a straight shot all the way through the next several until we get to a boat. Just going to keep Pushing as fast as we can. There's no side quest to do here. Do have to click on that to open it. And now we just kill enemies in the area. Do note this is going to keep spawning this bone cairn, so take it out. Gonna keep spawning zombies if you don't take it out. That's gone. We just blast everything else here. Gotta take that guy out. Goes open, and all these zombies. That's done. Drop some gloves, we get. Waddling up the arrays. We actually might want those.
Easy. Too easy.
Let's see. 7 weavers, well, not amazing. You know, we're gonna do that one. I'll wear those. Those are fun. Hopefully they get good stats. We did take out some elemental resist there, so we're gonna hold on to those because chapter 7's got a lot of elemental damage. Irish bird man. This is what chat's talking about now. Okay. Looking into the VTuber drama, I have not at all. I generally try to avoid drama for the most part. Anywhere online to see exactly. We're gonna take this corrupted lake here.
Too easy.
And this is gonna be another one of our passive idle quests that we need. I did forget about this and I said we're gonna be a straight shot, but I forgot about this one, so I lied to you. We're gonna do this one first. Exactly what boss and stuff certain uniques are locked behind. Yeah, Last Epoch Tools has a database that says where they are locked. If you like hover over an item, the tooltip will tell you. And just blast through this whole area here. We're gonna do this big circle. It's gonna bring us back around to where the boss is. There's actually 2 bosses. You kill one and the other one spawns. They're both pretty easy.
Easy. Too easy.
Is that? Not quite. Okay. This guy here, we take him out. Watch out for the big circle he puts in the ground. That will kill you if you stand in it, but you have lots of time to get out of it. There he goes, and now this big worm shows up, and you can start hitting it immediately and really do a lot of damage too quick. He's very easy compared to even the other guy. Doesn't really do much, honestly. He's out. There's our passive and idle slots. Just like that. There's some purity stuff. That's necrotic resistance. We're going to wear that. Now we're going to head back. Imperial Era. Risen Lake. Trying to make a dumb joke. Yeah, Llama's not always the best at noticing jokes, especially when it comes to England and Ireland. Furry what? You guys need to understand something about Llama. Okay, this is really important that you understand about Llama. He's an accountant. That's it. You just need to know that. I think that'll explain it. That's all you need to know. Yeah, yeah. Wait, you remember this order on release? You're not following random side quests you feel? You would feel free to, like, play it at the same time, you know? Means you're not watching me stream, but if it helps you. I mean, I'm going to be playing and doing the same thing. I won't be narrating it, though. I'll be going even faster than this. A good chance you're autistic. Yeah, that would possibly play a part too. Crit strike, very nice. We don't really need it for this build because we get guaranteed crits and shadow daggers, but any damage helps. Explains a few things. You mean like your forum post activities? Joked in uni that requirement to getting into engineering. Oh boy, we opened up some stuff here. Why is the hype stuff today a bunch of stuff we already know? Well, as they explained, what's up, Naked? As they explained, you ever sleep again, Naked? A lot of new people coming in, and I think they just wanted to combine it all into one post. They did give us new stuff on like the Merchants Guild, so that was nice. Yeah, it's a recap. You sleep naked all the time. Wait, it's different. Okay, so we're just blasting through that map, blasting all the way into Imperial Fatima, and then we're gonna blast through even that into the boat. We'll keep going here. Here we want to go south. South, west. Naked's the only way to sleep. I'm not going to tell you guys how I sleep. It's too weird I'm on camera. It feels a lot weirder to talk about that stuff when I'm on camera, when you guys are not, so I'm not actually imagining you. Naked with socks on. You're naked, you're unlikely to be sleeping. Okay. Don't imagine you. You need something that lifts and cradles. Oh, for sleeping? It's a little weird, that's what I kind of figured. Alright, straight through here, into the Imperial Dreadnought. And we're going to go through the Dreadnought into the upper part of the Dreadnought where we're going to fight the next boss. I sleep with my shadow daggers? That sounds dangerous. Naked is best. That way if someone breaks in, you can just charge them while screaming and guarantee they'll run away. Yes, that's true. Freedom, only way to sleep. This is gonna be great on the video, guys, talking about your naked sleeping habits. Got your 7 TV working, nice. So now we're up the upper part of the Dreadnought. Get some extra damage there because I kept forgetting. Good. You can blast through this as well. Very quickly into the next boss. We use up all 75 rule slots for filter. I have not, personally. But he has a random paternity pillow. Oh, okay. Interesting. So one of those like big pillows you cradle, is that right? Okay, here we go. So here's our boss, Admiral Harton. He's generally not that bad, not that dangerous. He does a lot of lightning damage on this particular attack, but there's not much you can do about it. You just have to like tank it. Watch out for that one right there. He only does that when you're at range. A big circle lightning, and then when you're close, he'll do a slam attack. Watch out for that. And then of course that line of necrotic is what you want to watch out for as well. Do all that, you'll be fine. And there he goes. None of these boss fights will take very long if you're on shadow daggers. If you're on a different setup, it could take quite a bit longer. Oh, nice. All right, so 27, 2 levels from now, we're gonna wear our Chris's, which are gonna massively increase our damage. I'll show you guys what to do to guarantee you get Chris daggers. All right, let's go ahead and just take these points here. Got all these, so we're gonna go here, take these mana gain use into invulnerability while shifting and dodge rating per dex. There'll be a lot of extra defense. From here, we're just going to go north in this desert. The English language is hard. True. That's true. It wouldn't be a paternity pillow, would it? It'd be a maternity pillow. At which point you're playing bow until you get Umbral Blades. Once you unlock Umbral Blades, you switch. That's, I think, level 16. So we're going to go straight up here again. Oops. A little more up. Here we go. And you cannot talk to this guy here, and it's fine. And in fact, I recommend you don't, or else you'll probably die because enemies are going to be following you. You don't want that. Okay, we're about to get a pretty big upgrade on Umbral Blades. We're going to cause it to track enemies when it goes out. Here we go. So now, once it starts spinning, it's going to seek out enemies like this. And so, even better for clear. Got bow from first mob restart. Now the first mob is a guaranteed bow drop.
Easy.
That first, that bird, you will always drop a bow if you're playing rogue. Beaver's Will just updated. That's from those gloves. Ouch. The Volga. What do we get on that? Poison res? That's alright, I guess. Okay, that's a smoke bomb. We're gonna go straight up here, and then... Did I go too far? I might have gone too far. I did. Let me turn around and show you guys where to actually go. That was silly. I went one too far. The silver ring? No. Actually gonna go right here. We're gonna go over this way now. Like the cloak skeleton guy reminds you of you. This guy here we're gonna kill. He's also gonna be for idols and passives. Argolos the Blessed. Be careful when he transitions into his cold phase. He does a ton of damage if you're next to him. Ouch. Probably not standing that. About to transition into his cold. There it is. Be careful. Stay at range and you'll be fine. As long as you don't take the flame stream to the face like I did. What's up, Purity? 12% necrotic and 29 poison. We're going to switch to that. That's really nice. And now we'll just blast up here. North, east, into the door. The fire also does, yeah, the fire does a lot of damage. I was like really hard focusing, doing damage to him, and wasn't paying attention to the fact that he was doing the fire, taking streams to the face. It's not ideal, not in this game at least. Okay, so we talk to this guy here, and then he's gonna open a door right here. Just go through it. Go hit up this, and then we're gonna go east. This map can be a little confusing. There are a number of objectives. We want to hit all of them. We're gonna start down here. Be careful also, there's some enemies that are a lot of damage here. This guy right here. He drops those necrotic circles on the ground. They're kind of hard to see. They will wreck you. They're a ton of damage. There's another Chris. Here's our first objective. Clear out this and then talk to this guy. Good stuff. So what Chris's did open. I'm actually going to show you guys something special here, though. I'm gonna wear these Chris's, but in case you don't get them, because these are a ton of damage improvement. They have a huge crit multi on them, and that always applies, 62 and 70. But what you can do if you didn't get those and you're already 27, is you can come back here to the end of time. Just like this. Least favorite part of the campaign? Mine too. So we go back to the end of time, where there's a gambler. Anywhere there's a gambler, but end of time is the easiest because he's right here. And from here, he's going to allow you to gamble bases. You just pop in Chris. There's one right there, and you can refresh this, and you'll easily have enough gold. You won't have 1,000,000 gold like I have, but you'll easily have enough gold here to buy yourself some Chris's, and that's going to be a huge damage boost for you, so definitely worth it as soon as you hit 27 to go ahead and do that. Take my 2 points there, and let's go ahead and teleport back to where we were, which is right here. What time on the 21st? Yeah, 11 Central. Double Chris at 27 is huge. It is. Big damage. Big damage. Let's now go back through here. Currently in the game, all enemies respawn if you leave a zone, so we'll just kill them on the way. It's fine. It's just extra XP, no problem. Kill this guy again. But he can't kill us. We just went from like 1.5k damage to 5k damage on our Shadow Daggers. That's pretty noticeable difference. Now we can just go to the next area. Oops, apparently I hadn't clicked on him because he's showing up as someone I have to talk to. No, I did. Okay. I don't know why he's doing that. Oh, we did do it again. Okay, that's fine. You won't have to do that probably because you won't be leaving this area once you get in it like I did. What do we got here? Not very good. Now we'll clear out this area. Here's a lot of enemies here, and some of them do quite a bit of damage, so be careful. This guy in particular, as usual, always watch out for the Immortal Overseer. And we clear all this, and then here's another quest. Easy. More passive points. Done. Now we go north. What's up, Clara? Small error in Maxwell tier list section. Click on Death Seal Lich, but opens Harvest Lich. Oh, that was reported. I thought that was fixed already. But yeah, we got the report on that. Thank you. Kill this guy. 7k damage. Easy. I might say too easy. Nothing really there. How's this doing? It's all poison res. I think I'm just going to go back to this because I don't care about poison res as much as I care about elemental. What's up, Mojir? How's the prep going? There's lots of it. There's lots and lots and lots. but overall good. What's up, Almond? Alright, so now we're going to go up here into this northern section. So we went east and then north. And this is going to be more or less a straight shot. There is one little tricky area where we have to make sure to go the right direction. Got to kill this guy up here. Healing Soul Cage of Focus. He's healing at the moment in focus. Because there is modifiers. Oops. Try to get out of that. Shift said no. Talk to this guy. Now we're going to go a little bit north. Then we're going to immediately go west. Take a lot of damage. And then we're going to go north again. If you don't do that, you're going to get trapped. Not trapped, but you're going to get into a dead end. And straight up into here. Get another enemy to kill. Drop number blade in that guy. Hopefully it kills him. Kill this guy now. Big damage. Get out of here. 8k. Hey, what's up, Dragon?
A word of advice. Don't ask.
What you hear earlier? Alright, now we click on that. Teleport us back out. Gonna be updating your Shadow Strike spellbook guide? Yeah, all the guides are gonna be updated for 1.0. We got movement speed. I love it. Even faster. Now we'll be in the Oracle's Abode. Now, if we were going to do the most fastest, bestest strat to get to Empowered Monoliths, we would actually stop here and go to the Mouth of Fate and do that until we got a Temporal Sanctum key. But that's not the strategy today. This is more of a call it a less sweaty strategy that's still pretty quick for people who actually want to do the campaign but don't want to be inefficient. That's what we're going to do. So we're actually going to go all the way to chapter 7 and show you how to get all your idols and passives. So what we can do here is we could take precision cuts if we wanted to, if you wanted to get extra control. And I'll show you guys how that works. We're going to take that, and now it throws the target location, so it's a little bit more control over where our umbral blades are going. Take that point, and then we're going to get some health here, which is going to help us for survivability. Talk to the Sneck, and continue on our way. Is the tier list also going to be updated? Yeah, it's going to be updated. Okay, the Magillican Catacombs can be a little confusing. It even gets me sometimes, at least in one point. But here's the general path we want to go. We want to go south, pretty much as far as we can go. A bunch of spiders in here. They're all going to get their butts whooped, basically, including the scorpions. We don't have to really do anything. So right to here should be good. Now we can go east. Go through here. The Spellblade gear isn't cap gears. What does that mean? Or set gears or legendaries or endgame? I'm not sure what you're saying. And now we go up north. What other games do I play? I play a lot of ARPGs, but I also really love survival craft games. So like Ark Survival Evolved, Conan Exiles, Pal World, those kind of games. I'm really into those. I don't do a lot of streaming of them though. I usually play them off stream. Might do more streaming of them in the future. Over here through this pathway, this little pathway, and then into this area, and you are clear of the catacombs. And for the most part, this will once again be a straight shot. We're gonna blast south, which is the only way we can go, and then we're gonna go east. Don't worry about that chest there. That's not a very good chest for us. XP penalty? There is no well, there's not XP penalty. You don't get any bonus XP anything more than 10 levels above you, but it doesn't really matter because you kill stuff really quickly even when it's much higher level than you.
Easy.
So we generally go about as fast as we can into level 100 enemies. Where do I see myself in the future? This is the game that I really enjoy the most. I see myself playing this game for years. You hate the Herod fight? The way he just charges away? You can't get back? Yeah, you really needed a good movement ability and good timing on that one, especially at higher corruption. Does a lot of damage with his dot. So we'll just basically wail on this guy. He's doing decent damage to us, but nothing we can't heal back up. You do need to stand close to him, or else he will block everything. You can't stand far away. Don't have a planar link to the low life version of Frostclaw, do I? Not yet. We're gonna go down these stairs. Oops, that's you. It's 5 of 5. Let's go ahead and get some defensive stuff now here.
This is the
Talk to Ulrich. Wait for him to open this. Where am I from? I'm originally from upstate New York, and I do mean upstate, like really close to Canada, like 8 hours from New York City. But I've been everywhere, man. I've lived all over the place now, at least in the US. Talk to this guy. Oh, girl, let's talk to you, Yulia. Yulia. And then we just go right up here, easy. From birth? Like I'm from upstate New York from birth, yeah. Isn't a bird team in upstate New York? How did that happen? There actually is, but it's Plattsburgh State. The Plattsburgh State Cardinals technically are a bird team. There's like no teams in upstate New York, really. Why are we yelling? Are we? Go east here? You stun chance, my least favorite.
Easy. Too easy.
Oh, Claire's exclamation points. I'm just excited. Right through here. Move south and don't miss that lake effect snow. Agree. Yeah. I would never live in upstate New York again. It's very beautiful and very cold and gray in the winter.
Right.
Talk to this guy. Move forward through the sewers. We're eventually going to go west. Went to school in Ithaca and Cornell. I've been through there a number of times. It's kind of New Yorkish. Yeah, I've also lived in central New York. Lived in Albany. Lived in Rochester. My parents still live in central New York.
Easy. Too easy.
Right now I live in West Virginia. But probably not for much longer. My wife is finishing her postdoc. And actually in the middle of interviews for jobs. Habit of putting exclamation after question marks while typing. No, that's fine. It's totally fine.
Easy. Too easy.
Here we go. We are through the sewers. To move to California. It's so expensive though. My wife wants to live close to where her dad is retiring, which is Tennessee. We're looking at places around there. Go ahead and take this too. This is a nice duration area. Makes us do a little better clear. And moving to North Carolina, we should grab a beer. North Carolina is on the table. I don't think the interviews there went super well. She wasn't very happy with some of the offerings they had there. It went well for her, or on her side, but I don't think she was super happy with. She had Chapel Hill, North Carolina Chapel Hill, and she also was like Wake Forest was looking at her too, but I don't think that one's gonna work out either. But North Carolina would be nice. Just doesn't look like it's gonna happen. I would definitely grab a beer with you, by the way. Absolutely. We're working on the university videos. Rewatching as you speak. Oops, there's a total new LE player. Great help. Awesome. I'm really glad. Those are like a labor of love for me. That's my third series of them, and they don't get a ton of watches, but I know that the people that do watch them really appreciate them. So I keep doing them. What state you would suggest? It borders Tennessee. Is it going to be Arkansas?
Here I was, hoping this would leave us.
Oh, this is Diablo 4 mod. Feels weird, man. All right, now we're in the necropolis of the deep. Exactly. We're getting pretty close to through this chapter. This being chapter 4. The next few chapters happen very quickly, though. 100% LE damage. Will Armor Shred do anything? Yes. Armor Shred takes down the resistances. You can go negative. I'm not sure what the confusion is that you thought increased LE damage would affect that. These guys hurt. But I hurt them more. One of the Razorbacks. It is very much in play. I've actually found out. We didn't think it was probably in play anymore because they didn't have a job available where we were. But apparently this weekend, my wife is at a conference right now and spent an entire evening with them, and it looks like it is back in play, which is great. We'd love to live there again. LE damage taken from hits. Armor fix. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Armor shreds are positive for everything except basically dots. Yeah, and resistance shreds are positive for literally everything. So we're gonna get this. Silver shred is awesome. It's a guaranteed dodge. We love that one. Let's also take this node here, which gives us Damage reduction from dodge. Oh, there's a person. Cool. So here's another side quest option. We're gonna skip this one. The only one we're gonna skip. We are gonna talk to this person.
I can recruit the heart of the citadel.
Go.
There is an exit near.
Pick up some more health.
Giving you a chance to stop.
Armor sounds what? Physical? It's not. It is more effective against physical, but it's effective against all damage types. And we'll just keep pushing through here. There's nothing we have to stop for. We go all the way towards the next boss. Ow. Armor used to be it? Yeah, a long time ago. Right down here. Click on these bars so they open. Can you filter for items with seal affixes? No, not specifically, and they don't drop in the world anyway, so there would be no point of it. Okay, so here we've got to do the sewers. There's these, oops, there's a unique. There's these 4, not any good. These 4 enemies who are patrolling. They always patrol counterclockwise, so if you go clockwise, you'll get all 4 every time. He's dead. Here's the next one. Walking right into us. No problem. He's dead. Then we go south. You can see how they're just walking right into us every single time. Easy, too easy. He's dead. Here comes the last one. Gonna meet us right at the door. How nice of him. So kind. So considerate. He's done, and we're going. You ready for 1.0? Yeah. Designer, you designed logos and banners. Oh, yeah? Trying the Shadow Strike build. So far, so good. Finishing chapter 9. Nice. Yeah, Shadow Strike's fun. If you equip an item in 1.0, will it bind to you? Or will you be able to trade it later on? You will be able to trade it. You can trade it
Easy.
once.
Too easy.
That's true of everything. Oh, I've already cleared this out. Alright, so we open that door up. We're good to go. Now we're going to walk straight over to that door. Stuff will die on the way. That's just the same way it has been for everything else we've been doing here. By dropping those umbral blades. Door's going to take a second to open, so we'll run around a bit so we don't get wrecked. Almost got wrecked anyway, and then through it. Alright, we do have a couple points. Let's go ahead and spend them. Invulnerable while shifting is nice. We already got points there, got the health there. Leave an item in the forge and log out, you lose it? I don't think so, but I've never tested.
Should have seen. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna have to fight 2 guys we already fought once before. Will not take us long with this setup. We do have Yulia that's added to this. We can take her out real quick if we want to. There she goes. Or Yulia. Squishy. Got one down, just like that. Yulia's already gone. Now Zarek gets to die again. Lucky guy. You might not be able to stand here as easily as I am because I do have a lot of leech, and even then it's hurting me. I don't have a lot of poison res. So do bear that in mind. You might have to walk in and out. Might take you a little longer than it took me there. Now we're gonna go to the next area. If I use the dungeon, skip my route. I will be tomorrow. This one is more for a little bit. It's for a little bit more casual players who actually want to do the campaign all the way through. Tomorrow's will be that. Okay, so this area is really challenging with like fizz and fire res. I don't think I have much of either. There's a decent chance I'm gonna die here. I don't really think I have anything in my inventory to change that. And since I'm not crafting because this is not a fresh account and I don't want any advantage that I wouldn't get from stuff on the ground, decent chance I'm gonna die here, but that's okay. Here's actually some fizz res, but we lose the bleeding heart. I don't want to do that. So let's just go ahead and blast through this. There was some fire res there. What would we lose for it? Necrotic and poison. That's a fair trade right here. The mono after Act 7. So actually the current expected meta is to do it after Oracle's Abode, so it's much faster than that. You download loot filter from the site, right click save as, and then in your loot filter, like Shift F, and then just open the folder, filter folder, and then drop it in, and then instantly there. I thought that would hurt, and it did. That. For 1 LP uniques, like early crafting, you should slam something into them and hope. Did you wait for an exalted before acceptable? 1 LP generally, I would say go ahead and just do a slam with like a really good single affix. It depends. Got like an item with 4 really good affixes, and you have no concern that you're gonna want that for like a multi LP one. You could do that. All right, so we got through that one. We did not die. That's nice. It was definitely on the table. We might die there. This next one. For the earlier skip being more time efficient, just assume since you were past that, you do the later skip. So I'm going to stop right at chapter 7 today and just let the player decide what they want to do. I think just getting people to chapter 7 with all the passive idols is like a nice place for them to be. And then they can decide if they want to go to the monolith afterwards, or if they want to go through to chapter 9. At that point, it's a pretty straight shot. You just follow the story. You don't have to worry about side quests or anything like that, and you'll have as much power as you can get up to that point. You're unlucky with a legendary forge. You had 3 Peak of the Mountains with LP2 and all 3. They all failed at the affixes you needed from the exalted. Wow, that is unlucky.
Gone from this land. My flames will scour this place. So be it then. Perish.
All right. Poor Heorot. Not a good time for him.
I do not have much longer.
Talk to him real quick.
Go north.
Talk to this guy real quick. Oh, it's Yulia again.
Come. We have much to discuss.
Now we just wait for it to port us. Okay, now we're in Heoboria. First thing you're gonna want to do when you get here is walk over here and get this portal, because it does not automatically open. Hopefully that gets changed at some point. But for now. Then we're gonna click on all of the people. We can go ahead and check the vendor here and see if there's anything good. Probably not going to be too much. Now, this area is going to be especially scary with cold resistance. So if you can find cold resistance anywhere, take it. Try to get yourself as close to capped as you can. It'll be a lot easier if you do that. Feel free to craft up cold resistance. And keep your fizz res high too if you can. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and grab this item here because I like that 19% fizz res on it. There we go. And that looks like that's about it for anything valuable in here for me. But that was a nice find. Now we go ahead, talk to this Exclamation up here. That's why you don't stand in stupid. Oh, you're just standing there taking it. Yeah, it wasn't his greatest moment, was it? Go ahead and take Cloak of Shadows here. We're gonna go up to where the leech is now. Classic machine gun cold mobs. Yeah, those are bad. The worst one is you're gonna see we're gonna fight the mom and pop, the patriarch and matriarch. And the patriarch does an avalanche attack that goes, I think the duration on it is something like 12 days. It just never seems to end, and there's no telegraph on it. It's, in my opinion, one of the worst design skills in the game. It's a very old skill. And so that's where we really want it, because if you get hit by that, you need to survive it long enough to get out. And then we also do have the ice elementals that will machine gun you. Me doing a leveling guide is weird. It's not something I've normally typically done, but I do feel comfortable enough at this point to do one. I feel like I'm a pretty good leveler at this point. So we go through there, go down, straight shot again. We're gonna have to do this one guy though. This raid leader needs to die. He almost killed me there. I'm glad I got some fizz res there, because that's what he does. That would have been pretty rough. All right, shadow daggers doing their thing, and now we talk to this nomad survivor, and then we boogie out. Do the campaign all the way in 1.0? No, I'm gonna be doing the speedy skip. I'm gonna go to Oracle's Abode into Monolith. Hopefully that still works the same way as far as it's not too hard. And then get a Temporal Sanctum dungeon key. And then go through there to Chapter 9, where I'll finish up. So now we're in the Wengari Fortress. There's a few scary enemies here. Not these guys, although if you get hit by enough of these axe throwers, it's gonna hurt. But we can mostly just clear them out by shifting forward. We're in a group of 3, and our planet is Oracle's Abode as well. Nice. Like they're going to signpost the dungeon skip as an option. Yeah, that's good. This guy here, he hurts a lot. He throws out axes about 5 per second. It feels like it's not really, but throws a lot of axes. Get him killed. Good stuff. Open the cages, and then move on to the next one. Need a lot of void res for Jolra when you're doing the ship. Jolra's not in the ship. You don't know the Jolra fight, you don't need any. I would not tell people not to have void res for the Jolra fight. Are we talking about dungeon Jolra? Are we talking about something different? Dungeon Jolra's the only one, right? We've done it with 0. Yeah, but she also probably had like 50,000 ward. Alright, so Patriarch is down. So we won't have to worry about the avalanche attack anymore. But she does a slam attack like that. If that hits you, you're probably going to die. So you got to avoid it. If you continue to move consistently, she won't be able to hit you with it, and you'll be fine. That one's down. Now we have one more thing to do here. The side quest we need. See it down on this to the south. Fix shards. Grab those. Wait, there's campaign Jolra? What am I missing? Okay. Kill this guy here. There's a bunch of these people do shields, so try to take them out first. And it'll make it easier. You can see they're putting shields up. There we go. And that's done. Oh, now I made a mistake here that you don't want to make. I forgot to grab the horn up there, so I need to go back. See the 8 minutes of gameplay for No Rest for the Wicked? I did not. We'll go grab the horn up here. I did this yesterday too. Apparently I just forgot about the horn really hard. Got the horn. Now we are going to teleport to Hyoborian Forest. Level 45. Campaign Jolra? The Chapter 9 boss isn't Jolra, is it? I thought it was a different snake. Am I just like forgetting that timeline? See, here we're going to go and take dust rounds. Oh, you mean the tier 1 version. Oh, okay, yeah, the tier 1 version you could do without it. Yeah. For some reason, I was just thinking the tier 4 version. I'm like, I don't think so. Got back from getting your coffee, your shitty coffee. The lady at the register carded you for the wraps. You picked up and told you look nothing like your ID because you're way thinner now. So your day's made. Hey, that's nice. Okay, so make sure to kill this guy here, the Rhyme Giant. Be careful, though. He's got the same kind of avalanche effect that the Patriarch does, and it's painful. So make sure not to get stuck in it. Watch out for these ice elementals, too. They're not too bad here, but you're going to get rare versions of them later that don't just do the machine gun thing, but they do one where they really, like, build it up. And they also make copies of themselves. If you get too many copies and they all do the build-up thing at the same time, it's almost impossible to see where they're shooting it. But fortunately, if you're playing at least Shadow Daggers, you'll kill them before that's too much of a problem. All you need is Cold Lightning. Yeah, fair enough. Did the campaign till here started monos and did Temporal Sanctum a few times already? Do you need to do anything? Passive idols are done. Campaign's still active. For now, no. We expect that 1.0 you'll have to get your factions at Chapter 9. Straight up through here. Nothing much to do in this area, except go open this bridge at the top. Be careful when opening it not to get bodied, or not bodied, but get blasted by enemies. It's going to take it a second, so be careful. There we go. Now we go through. Why does it get Falcon be better than Blade Dancer for Shadow Daggers? I don't necessarily think Falconer's going to be better. I think they're both going to be really good. It's hard to say which one's going to be better. Running Hydrohedron, nice. Would I recommend Frostclaw over it? Not if you want to go fast. Okay, up here. This is another kind of confusing area. So we want to go to the east. All the way to the east. And then we're going to go north up here. And then we're going to go... Did I go far enough yet? No, I didn't. A little bit more north. And then from here, we're going to go west. And now we get to fight this elemental I was talking about, Spreading Frost. We want to kill him fast. There's that explosive attack he does, where he builds it up, and you see he's now making multiple copies. And they're doing this all over the place. They can get kind of scary. Just be on your toes. And try not to get hit by that slam avalanche thing from this other guy that just decided to show up. There we go. That's done. To the next section. All right. We're almost through Chapter 7. And then we'll have to do, I think, only one side quest. Get all our passives idols. We'll have to double check. Through Farwood here. Oops. Did not mean to press that button. Pro player. So many of these stun chance ones. Here we go. Now we're in Frozen Roots. We have one more map to go through. Stun chance, amazing. Not getting good RNG on those things. This is stun chance, I swear. Okay, good enough. It's actually a really good one. Oops. You don't go left there. Go right. There we go. Blasting through this area. Super fast.
Easy. Too easy.
Easy too easy. Now we have another boss. This boss is... He will wreck you if you're in melee range. Don't be in melee range. He's got a slam. It's awful. It will stun you and then you will die. Trust me on this. We're at 404 here. Not a ton that we need to actually grab. We'll just go ahead and pick up this node here. And then this node here. And then this node there. And now we actually have some extra leech, so we'll take that. Try to stay as far away from this guy as you can. You still got some dangerous attacks, like these things here. He's also got that wonderful avalanche attack that has no telegraph. So you're just going to have to shift out as fast as you can if you see that next to you. And he does also spawn some ice elementals. They're not too hard to deal with, though. Just kill them when they come out. Fortunately, your buddy here does freeze him a lot. So that helps. There's that slam. He's doing it on our friend, though. So fortunately, did not hit us. Easy too easy. GG's. No problem. That's done. Talk to this up here. And this guy here. And now he's going to teleport us back to town. Now we collect all of our quests. There's idle slots.
I know things of all if to be
Oops.
honest.
There's idle slots.
But I will take your warnings.
There's more idle slots. So here we are. We're that far along. We have 6 of 8 idle slots, rewards, and 14 of 15 passive points. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go... Actually, we've got a ruined arrow one we can turn in. I haven't done that yet, so let's do that. Go to the council chambers. More idols? Hell yeah. Idols are hog. Turn in here. This is actually the one that gives us the reward. There's more idol slots. Turn this if you want to. It doesn't really give much. There we go. And then we're going to go to Imperial Era, and we're going to go to Shining Cove. This is the last quest we need to do. After this, we'll have all of our passives and idle slots done. Chapter 7 done. And we can then either decide to go into do some of the endgame stuff we want to, or we can go straight into Chapter 9 to try and get our factions. Either choice is up to you. Epoch? Hell yeah. Last Epoch, bro. Go over here to this big purple shiny thing. Click on the door. Door will open. Walk through it into the ruined coast. Now this map is a little weird. Our faction will be locked behind Lagon. Not technically, no. If you have to go to Chapter 9 to do it, you can do the Temporal Sanctum dungeon skip and avoid Lagon if you want to. That will require you to go into the end game though and get a Temporal Sanctum key. So we go up here north, and then we're gonna cut back west. And then back south again. Not again, but back towards where we were. Through all these ruined ships. What are we playing Tuesday? What are you guys playing Tuesday? What's like your starter builds? You guys know what mine is at this point. A Shadow Dagger Falconer life. Down here. Then you got this bridge. Open the bridge up. You gotta kill this guy on the other side and then grab an item. Kill him. Easy. Then we'll go ahead and walk in the Temporal Sanctum, because we're going to want that unlocked later anyway, because you're going to do this dungeon at some point, so you might as well just get it while you're here. Going into here, we'll unlock the portal for it. Falcon, hell yeah. For 24-hour downtime. I need to remember, I'm going to have my game already logged in, and I think I can play offline, as long as I've got the game up and I don't turn it off. Okay, so this is done. Now all we have to do is go back to the Imperial era into Oracle's Abode, turn this in, and we're good to go. Death Seal, Lich, or Shatter Strike. Still got to make a Shadow Daggers run because it's been a while you haven't played it. All good options. +1 Shatter Strike means it gives you an extra skill point to spend in your tree. There we go. There's our passives and idols all done. We're 8 of 8 and 15 of 15. Now you have two choices here. If you want to go to the end of time, or if you want to go to the end game, go to the end of time here. Just right click on it and then go through the portal on the east side, and that'll get you into the Monolith of Fate. If you want to go to chapter 9, we're going to go back to Heoboria. Gonna play Spider-Man 2. What? Back to Heoboria, and then just follow this. This is gonna guide you back to Heorot. Heorot's gonna talk to you. You're gonna come back here, and then you're gonna start heading towards Lagon, which would be the next chapter. So this is chapter. It's technically chapter 4. No, that's wrong. That's straight up wrong. This is chapter 7. That'll be chapter 8. You'll do all that, fight Lagon, kill Lagon. Then you'll be in chapter 9, and then just take that until wherever the faction quest is, assuming that that's where it's going to be, until you have the factions. And then you can stop there and go into the end game, and you're basically done. Or you can fight the final boss that's in the game for +1 attributes if you'd like. Not very valuable, but if you want, it doesn't take much longer at that point. Up to you. That's your choices. This is a nice, efficient way to level. That's also going to get you through the story, so you can experience the story, get you all your idols and passive slots early on, so that you're extra powerful. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this is valuable to you guys who are leveling for the first time, or even maybe some people who have leveled before but want to do it a little more efficiently.